ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः
यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः
We have last Sunday we have seen this. Vamsamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani gruhnati naroparani तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. And we have seen the meaning. This verse is not for consciousness or Atma, but this verse is for Jivatma. Because traveling is not for consciousness or Atma, only traveling from one body to another body is Jivatma. So this is from Jivatma standpoint, Natu Atma. That we have seen, Yatha, just as Naraha, a person, Jirnani Vamsamsi Vihaya. The meaning of Jirnani means old, Vamsamsi cloth. Just as a person having given up old clothes, Aparani Navani Gruhnati, they wear a new one, new clothes, same way. So too, Dehi, one who resides inside the body, what he does or he or she does, Vihaya, having given up Jiranani Sharirani, or old Sharirani, old bodies, Anyani Navani Samyati, new bodies they take up. And the last time we have seen the meaning of Jiranani. Usually it is always old, but here we have discussed the meaning of Jiranani means is our Prarabdha Karma. Here Jiranani is not mere only old, but Prarabdha Karma means whatever our Prarabdha Karma is called Jiranani. And we have seen also all Prarabdha Karma. Prarabdha Karma is three types. Where is gone? I don't know. But three types, Manda, Madhyama, Prabala, and we can change our Prarabdha Karma, it based on our willpower. That we have also discussed. And now we are in 23rd verse. Nainam chindanti shastrani Nainam dahati pavakaha Nachainam kledayantyapaha Nashoshayati marutaha. Rough translation of this verse is Nainam chindanti shastrani Shastrani ainam na chindanti. Weapons do not kill, do not slay. Ainam means this, and the meaning of this means this Atma. Pavakaha ainam na dahati. A fire cannot burn out. This ainam. Again Atma. Apaha ainam na kledayanti. Apaha means water. Kledayanti means wet out or dry or drown. So water cannot drown enam. Again Atma. And Marutaha enam na shoshayati. A wind cannot dry up. Enam means Atma. Generally, we know 5 elements, Panch Mahabhutaha. Among 4 Mahabhuta naturally affect us. Suppose air can dry the body. We are living near the ocean. Our Porbandar city and particularly our ashram is near ocean. So after summer, is about to monsoon sets up, the wind from ocean can burn the trees also. Even not dried up. Literally, half tree is burnt. So air has that much power. They can dried up or burn the trees. This is the power of air. What is the power of fire? Can burn the body. Fire, Agni, can burn the body. What is the job of water? Water can drown the body. And earth, out of earth, all weapons are made up of metals only. So they can cut us. They can slay also. So this is the power of 5 Panchamahabhuta. Among 4 Mahabhuta means 4 elements. And until we have seen what is the Prakriti, nature, Swarupam of Atma, that we have seen, Atma never undergo any type of change. Shad vikara rahitaha, asti jayate vardate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati. So is free from 6 type of modification that we have seen. Second thing we have seen, Atma na hanti. It is not subject of any action, akarta. That we have seen. Third thing we have seen, Atma is also not an object of anybody's action. So Atma is abhokta, and previous verse we have seen, Atma doesn't cause any action to do. Atma is not doing anything, but Atma can instigate someone. You do like this. It is also not job of Atma. So akarta, abhokta, akarayita. It is not ask someone, be half of me, please you do this. It is not Atma. So that much we have seen. Now in this, Bhagavan says, what Atma does, so Shastrani, enam na chindati. That we have said, Shastrani, enam means Atma, na chindanti means they don't slay. Weapons, the meaning of weapons literally in Sanskritam called Shastra. But in weapons, there are 2 types of weapons. I am not written here. One is Shastra. And another is called Astra. And generally we can weapons. But what are whom you call Astra, Astrani, which we can throw? Is us is the root of 4th conjugation. The meaning of us is to throw. So whatever weapons we can throw, it called Astra, Astrani, Astram, in which it comes arrow, bow and arrow is called Astra. Nowadays bullet from gun is also Astra, and nowadays all bombs, they just throw from plane, whatever, from steamer, it's called bomb, all are called Astra. Then what are the Shastra? So we have to use our own body. Fight, it's called Shastra. In its hammer, in previous sword, mace, all are called Shastra. So when Bhagavan says Shastrani enam na chindanti, it includes both Shastra plus Astra. So Bhagavan says all weapons cannot slay the body. Enam means Atma. Not body, but Atma. So why Shastra cannot slay, do not kill Atma? So only the answer is one. If I ask in a dream, I saw one dream in midnight. In a dream, I am in the jail. And next morning, that jailer, the head of the jailer, will give me capital punishment. That I saw in dream. So in dream, I was so, upset. When next morning will come and I will go, my life will be end. But when we get up, what is the feeling? We used to say, now I am totally relieved. There is a, really speaking, there is a no jail, no jailer, no capital punishment. Because everything is what? So we say everything is in what? Dream. Same way, if whatever we are using in this waking state, if we use in dream, so it would be nice, no? Pujya Swamiji used to say, if some people has no time to study Shastra, so they say, in sleep I will learn everything. I have no time, daytime I have no time. So when I go to sleep, in dream, everything I will learn. But does it work? No. Why? Because it says reality is different. And if we are earn too much money in dream, so do they useful in our waking state? No. Why? It says, we used to say dream state, sapna avastha, dream state is not true. But why? If we ask, so there is a one good story. I used to say, one who has studied Kena Upanishad, no? In third part of Kena Upanishad, there is a story, it is given that there is a war between Deva and Danavas. So this Devas and Danava, they fight. And among Deva won the fight, war. And now they are doing party. All Devas, they together and they are doing party. And they think because of us, we won the war. And really speaking, Bhagwan has helped Devtas, and because of them only all they won. But out of some arrogance, some proud, they think they are only winners. So to remove their proud, what Bhagwan has done, he just appear in front of Devas as a Yakshaha. You see, effulgent body. It's called Yakshaha. Up as a Yakshaha is called effulgent body. And what happened? All Devatas has seen this person, this Yaksha, and they try to find out who is this beautiful, effulgent person. So first Indra has sent Vayu Devata, means Pavana Devata, you go and check who is this Yaksha. And then Yaksha, this Pavana Vayu Devata goes in front of Yaksha. And if Vayu Devata asks to that Yaksha, first Yaksha asks to Vayu, who are you? Then Vayu Devata says, you are asking me who am I? He says, I am a, I am a wind. I am a Vayu Devata. And then Yaksha is asked, what is your job? What is your duty? Then he says, if I wish, I can just blow out whole earth. That much power I have. So he started boasting himself. Then Yakshas have put a blade of grass in front of this Vayu Devata and he asked, you try to blow this. You need not to blow whole earth. Just simple blade of grass. You just blow it out. Then Vayu Devata, he angry and he said, you are insulting me. Then Yaksha says, try, you try. When he just one blow, it doesn't work. Then it comes in Kena Upanishad, Sarva Javanena, with his all forces, Vayu Devata tried to blow it out, that blade of grass, but if one inch also, it doesn't move. Then he depressed, he went back. Again, why Agni Devata has come, same process. Why Agni Devata's Yakshas, who are you? And Agni Devata started boasting. Same blade of grass was sitting in front of Agni Devata. Then Agni Devata is told to Yaksha, I can burn whole earth, even whole universe. This is my power. Then he says, Yaksha, try to burn this blade of grass. He is not able to burn it. Again he went back. Then Indra comes and Indra knows there is something is different. Then he did tapas, everything story. But they ask, why Agni Devata cannot able to blow, not to able to burn or blow this blade of grass. Why? Then at that time Pujya Swamiji said, totally different type of reality. Yaksha was in Paramarthik Satta, or we say in Vyahavarik Satta, while all Devatas are in Pratibhasik Satta. So if we keep a blade of grass in dream, in waking state we ask someone, in dream there is a blade of grass, try to blow it. It cannot be possible. Same way, this is being totally different reality, that blade of grass, it doesn't go up. Same way, our real reality is Paramarthik Satta, and what we are doing right now is in Vyavaharik Satta or Pratibhasik. That's why Shastrani enam na chindati. You might be knowing, but still it is, my duty. What is 3 orders of reality? They say totally 3 orders of reality. One is called Paramarthik Satta, another is called Vyahavarik Satta, and third one is called Pratibhasik Satta. The Paramarthik Satta means consciousness, the ultimate reality. So what is Vyahavarik Satta? They says it's called Ishwarasya Srushti. It's called Vyahavarik Satta. Whole creation of Ishvara is called Vyahavarik Satta. So what is Vyahavarik Satta? So Ishvara himself become material cause. At the same time, Ishwar himself is the efficient cause. So it's called Ishvara. Isha Vasya Vidam Sarvam. Whole Jagat, Ishvara himself is become everything. It's called Ishwarasya Srishti. So right now, what we are experiencing is nothing but Ishwarasya Srishti. Then, what is Pratibhasik Satta? Generally, people say what we see in dream is called Pratibhasik. What we have seen in dream is Pratibhasik. It's called Jiva Srishti. Our own creation. Srishti means creation. Ishvara Srishti means is a creation of Lord. And Jiva Srishti is the creation of Jiva. So does it possible only in dream? So it says no. Jiva Srishti also possible in Ishwar Srishti. Means in waking stage. This is, generally people say waking state is called Vyahavarik Satta, and our dream state is called Pratibhasik Satta. But really speaking, while waking, if somebody's mood is not good, somebody has long face, suppose some problem is, some headache is there, and long face, and another person start thinking, yesterday I have told to this person, that's why this person is behaving like this. This is that person's own creation. It's called Jiva Srishti. So whatever our minds projecting is, everything is called Pratibhasik Satta, Jiva Srishti. And Ishvara Srishti is waking state. In Taittiriya Upanishad, even in Mundaka, even Mandukya, it says, Ishvara has thought, let me create everything, and Ishvara himself become everything. So whatever we are dealing with, any person, anything is nothing but Ishvara only. Ishvara become Pancha Mahabhuta, Ishvara becomes subtle Pancha Mahabhuta, Sthula 5 elements, subtle 5 elements, then Bhautika. Everything is Ishvara only. But when we are doing some Vyavahara with another person, we never see as a Ishvara. We see as a XYZ, ABC, the name of person. At that time we forget, in front of me, Ishvara is standing. This is called Jiva Srishti. This is our own creation. Like we always know this is a pot. If we say this is a pot, and Pujya Swamiji asks, the pot is made up of what? And last they say this is not pot. only clay. Same way, Ishwar himself become everything. So whatever we are dealing with anyone is nothing but what? Ishvara only. But while dealing with everyone, do we behave like a Ishvara or not? No. So that's why samsara is going on. So always Pujya Swamiji used to say, you need not to go directly to Paramarthik Satta. From Jiva Srushti, you cannot, that's why Pujya Swamiji's one slogan, you cannot bypass Ishvara. Why? Because we are living in our own mind's projection. And directly we say, Aham Brahmasmi. It doesn't work. First, we have to go, this is the way. First, we have to accept Ishvara Srushti as a Ishwar Srushti. Then our mind become mature. We ready to accept each and every person as they are. Then, in that mature mind, we can assimilate what is Brahman, what is Atma, what is Chaitanya consciousness. So this is called one journey from Jiva Srushti to Iswar Srushti. So whenever we say, why Achedyaha, Addahyaya, because Ishvara, Krishna is talking about this level and we are living in this level. So in Vyavaharik Satta, there are weapons are there, there is fire is there, water is there, but here only one. So this cannot affect consciousness. Like this Pratibhasik Satta dream cannot affect Vyavaharik Satta, same way Vyavaharik Satta cannot affect Pratibhasik. But we cannot jump directly. And if we jump, then people know everything, but still they cannot assimilate. So first, we have to drop out our Jiva Srushti and we have to go in Ishvara Srushti. This is the way. It says national highway. In our India, they say national highway is a right path to go. So what is the national highway to know ourselves? So from we have to go Jiva Srushti to Ishvara Srushti, and then we understand, assimilate whole Ishvara Srushti, then we can move further for what is Brahman. We are not ready to accept anything inside the word and directly we say, I am Brahman. How can it work? Next, impossible. That's why first Jiva Srushti, then Ishwar Srushti, and then last is Paramarthik Satta. Whenever Pratibhasik Satta we say, we used to give mirage water, is a Pratibhasik, is a Satta. Same way we used to say this Rajju Sarpa is also Pratibhasik Satta. Same way, if we see other person, according to our own glasses, is also called Pratibhasik Satta only. You know, once I have discussed, there are many upasanas for jivas, ourselves, for all jivas. So in this upasana, what is this? A person has to do upasana as Ishvara is everything. Not this like this Paramarthik Satta, but here whatever is this, that Ishvara, and that Ishvara is not sitting inside the temple in one altar, but that Ishvara is residing in me as a mind. If one does upasana like this, then mind is expand. That mind is ready to accept each and every person. It is called, our journey has started from Jiva Srushti to Ishvara Srushti. And more we are objective, more we assimilate more. So this is 3 orders of reality. And really speaking, these 2 are only appeared reality, one reality only. In last, right now also, there is only one reality, but we can't understand this. This is only mithya. How much you understand or don't know, but this both Vyavaharik Satta, even Ishwar Srushti, Jiva Srushti is not permanent. Mithya, the definition of mithya is temporary. So what's always there is Paramatma. This is our real nature. And having kept this in mind, Bhagavan is saying this verse, Enam na chindanti, enam na kledayanti, na shoshayati, because everything Pancha Mahabhuta is not available in Paramarthik Satta. So like this Yaksha story, how can this, even right now if we are sitting in front of our screen, whatever computer you have or mobile you have, if I sprinkle water in my TV screen, does it affect to your? No. Still you are seeing. Why? Because it is totally different satta. I would like to sprinkle, suppose Shalini's face, some water. I am seeing her face. I would like to sprinkle. Does it work? No. Because I can see her. We can talk. But still, this is something different. Same way, Paramarthik satta and Vyavaharik satta are like this. That's why Bhagavan says, Enam na chindanti. That's why Bhagavan says, Pavakaha enam na dahati. The meaning of Pavakaha is fire. Enam means this Atma, na dahati. Because Atma is at Pratibhasik, ultimate reality, and Pavakaha is in Vyavaharik satta. So how can that fire can burn it out? Consciousness. Same way, apaha enam na kledayanti. The apaha, the meaning of apaha means water, enam na kledayanti. Water cannot wet, do not wet. This Chaitanya, right now what I am taking, I just sprinkle water. Anybody who is sitting here, anybody can be wet? No. Same way Chaitanya Tattva is totally different order of reality. That's why, and Marutaha enam na shoshayati. Even wind cannot dry up. Here if you have marked, Bhagavan has discussed, let me show you this. This is Shastrani enam na chindanti. So the Shastrani belongs to earth. Pavakaha enam na dahati. Pavakaha means Agni Tattva. Apaha means Jala Tattva. Marutaha means Vayu Tattva. But Bhagavan has not discussed space, Avakasha. Because our model is Pancha Mahabhuta, but Bhagavan has discussed only 4, not 5. Why? So that's why that I would like to show you. Out of space, first air, then space. But this air can dry up Avakasha. This air means Vayu. Vayu can dry up this space of Akasha. Yes or not? If Vayu thinks, now Avakasha is too much, let me dry space. Can it possible? It cannot. Same way, if Agni Devata starts thinking, let me burn it out, whole space, it cannot possible. Even water thinks, let me wet up, let me wet whole space. Okay. Otherwise, in Kerala, lot of rain is there, but still, space is still wet. Top of the no, and earth can polluted this space? No. Why? Only one reason, and that reason is space doesn't have any shape, is a formless. Even air has some forms, like all O2, CO2, nitrogen, they have molecules. All molecules are possible in air. Fire has form, water has form, earth has form. But if we ask space has form, so it is a formless. And space is also all-pervading. sarvavyapakaha, and at the same time, space is subtle. Because no form, it is subtle. Same, and our consciousness is also cause of space. So how can that consciousness, air can dry up, fire can dahati, water can. And one thing also I have meant, consciousness has also no form, and being no form, they cannot affect anything. Still, I would like to, here when Bhagavan says death, but literally speaking, the death is not mrityu, but that the meaning of death is change from one form to another form. If clay pot is there and I just break it out, so can we say clay is died? We can't say. Can we say pot is also died? We can't say, because pot is now converted into what? Same clay. Same way, our physical body is made up of all different type of minerals. Doctors knows more than me. Different type of minerals. Sometimes doctor says you have deficiency of calcium. Sometimes they say you have deficiency of some minerals. So our physical body is nothing but what? Different type of minerals. So our physical body is a representative of earth. Our physical body has normal temperature. So our physical body has also Panch Mahabhuta, fire. Our physical body, they say 90% of water. So Apaha is also physical body, and our physical body has oxygen, CO2, many Vayu inside. And same way, there is a space inside physical body. Otherwise, all vessels, how can they travel? Blood, how can they travel? How can food travel? And Puja Swamiji used to say, if nobody understands this, there is a space in brain also. So nothing goes us. So all Pancha Mahabhuta inside the body. And when we say death has come, so really speaking is not death, but all Pancha Mahabhuta merge into what? Pancha Mahabhuta. That's why we give, funeral with fire, because there is no death, but they are merging. All Pancha Mahabhuta merge with their original form. So there is no death of even physical body, even no death of sukshma, subtle body, because it will travel. And last, consciousness, they all are no effect. All four Pancha Mahabhuta, they have four elements, cannot affect consciousness. They are remain as it is without any change. It's called Nainam Chinnanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavakaha. That's why I have written, death is not end, but merging with own elements. And another, they will come with a new body. Chandogya Upanishad, it comes, What is the traveling of Jivatma? They say, when body goes up, then if Jivatma has done punya, good punya, it goes to Swarga. With rain, Jivatma can come back to earth. When through water, it goes inside the earth and come as a plant. And through plant, it's eaten up by father. From father to mother, and again it produces birth. This is the traveling. So no death. So Bhagavan says, physical body has no death. Subtle body will come again, and inside Dehi, consciousness, Shariri, is unaffected, untouched by all four elements. And same thing Bhagavan has repeated here in 24th verse. Achedyoyam adahyoyam akledyo shoshya evacha nityas sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. Then Ayam, ayam, ayam. The meaning of ayam means this, this, this. And the meaning of this is no, this Atma. Self-evident, this Atma is called ayam. And what is the meaning of self-evident? We never go to any person and ask, check me whether I am inside or not. We need anybody's judgment whether I am inside body or not. If I am inside, I am is I am. So it's called self-evident. We need not to anybody's. They come and now I think now you are inside. We did not anybody's compliment. It's called self-evident. But when we say I am, but more generally, because of ignorance, we say I am is a body and mind. But when this I am is without any frill, I used to say frill means Panchamahabhutas, Sthula body, Sukshma body, that I am, again, Achedyaha. It is not available to slain. Addayaha. This consciousness is not available to burn. Same. This consciousness is not available, Akledyaha, to wet, drowned, and Ashoshyaha. Even wind cannot dry it up. Same thing is repetition, Addahayoya. Now I have written this. And these are our real nature. Ayam achedyaha, ayam addahyaha, ayam akledyaha, ashosyaha evacha. And ayam nityaha, ayam sarvagataha, ayam sthanuhu, ayam achalaha, ayam sanatanaha. So first, what we have seen, again Bhagavan has given in another form. Achedyaha means it is not, earth element cannot affect this Atma. Means one Mahabhuta has gone. Adahyaha means Agni element cannot affect this self-evident Atma. Akledyaha means Jal Tattva, means cannot drown this Atma. Ashoshyaha is Vayu Devta, cannot dried up. So again same repetition. Now Bhagavan says, what is our real nature? I used to say, if we know this, only this verse with all understanding, the meaning each and every word, and if we do Nididhyasana, what we say meditation, then it will be helpful. Because it says, Nityaha. First, we can to tell our mind, I, myself, is not subject to any type of destruction, not by all four elements of Pancha Mahabhuta. So what is my real nature? Then we can tell my real nature is Aham, I am Nityaha. Whenever we say Nityaha, the meaning is I am not bound by time. One who is bound by time, immediately they have birth. And if they have birth, then all 6 types of modification, then death. But when we say, okay, I am not bound by time, in good language in our Shastra, Kala Abaditaha. We are not bound by time. Kala means time, Abaditaha, not bound by time. So we can tell to our mind daily, I am not bound by time. This body is bound by time. It will come and this will go. Even subtle body is also bound by time. It will come and it will travel. But I, my real nature, is not bound by time. This one thing. Then somebody asks, why you have no birth, no death. Whenever birth is there, we are limited in one place. In one body we are limited, consciousness. But when we say Kala Abaditaha, the meaning is Sarvagataha. I am all pervading. It's called Desha abaditah. Here Desha means not US, India, but meaning of Desha, according to Shastra, is any place. So I'm not bound by any space, even place. Right now, if I am sitting here, so I am not in US. If you are right now, so you are sitting in US, you cannot be in Porbandar because we are bound by body. But when we say our real nature is all pervading, means we are not bound by any place. We are all over sarvatra, sarvagami. And if we say if you are sarvatragami, then what is your real nature is, I am stable. Really speaking, kutastaha and sthanuhu, both have same meaning. Need not to be move. We need not to. I always say, like Puja Swamiji's, our Ashravidya Gurukulam is nearby Anaikatti, no? Ashram in Coimbatore, Puja Swamiji's ashram is nearby one village, and the name of village is Anaikatti. Thus, the space over the Anaikatti, does that space think, now it is very bored, no? Now let me go to US. Let me enjoy in US. Now I'm very bored in Anaikatti. Can space think like that? Can space travel? Why? Being all pervading, it need not to travel. It's called sthanahu, stable. Need not to go in. It's called sthanahu. And achalaha, that consciousness, being conscious, it is achalaha. The meaning of achalaha means, sometimes they say, accepted. This consciousness is all pervading, but still they can move also, no? Remaining in, like a tree is remaining is sthanahu, but it can swing. Same way, consciousness, does it move? So it says no. Being achalaha, my real nature is, everything is moving inside the body. Everything is moving inside the mind is a thought process. But my real nature is achalaha. So this achalaha and sthanahu, every day we can put in our practice. Every day we get up in the morning, we just give a suggestion. Mind, thought process, keep on going. Aham achalaha. Objectively, I will see my all thought process. Same way, body will do whole day different type of activities, but as a conscious being, aham sthanahu, need not to go anywhere. So both things, this movement of physical body make us tired, and thought process inside our mind make us depressed, make us irritated. So if we learn objectively see both body and mind, then we do everything, but still we are always fresh. We don't have any problem. So every day if we give a suggestion to our mind, so we always fresh. Yesterday, it was the last funeral of Vajpayee, you know. So our Narendra Modi walked 4 kilometers along with that dead body of Vajpayee ji. He says, we should not sit inside the car when some is going last journey. So he walked 4 hours, and immediately after this funeral process is over, he went to Kerala because flood is there. So he has no time to take a rest. But whenever we see him, he always fresh. Why? Somebody has asked it. He has given very nice answer. But somebody has asked, what you are eating every day, so you are never got tired. So what he says, you know, he says, I am eating 100,000 abusing word every day by other party. So by this type of eating, you know, I'm always fresh. Because this Congress party, they never tell good about Modi. So he says, always I'm eating this and this and this. That's why I'm always fresh. But he used to do yoga and he knows all Vedanta. And that's why all outside what is going on, it doesn't come inside in our mind. That's why our mind is free. And more our mind free, we can take good decision. That's why every day we have to give suggestion. Aham nityaha means I am not bound by time. Aham sarvagataha. I am all pervading because I am not limited at one place. Sthanuhu, being all pervading, I need not to move anywhere because I am everywhere. And even stable everywhere, I am not keep on moving. You know, some person are sitting on the chair, sthanu, but they are keep on moving. If they are sitting in this chair, they never sit properly. Even I have seen some people in class also, they are listening the class, but still they are moving it. It's good, but like this, Atma is not moving, achala. Everywhere, stable and not moving. Like this, and last one, our real nature is Sanatana, eternal. We always, that's why it says, we are always same, always new, always fresh. Nitya Nutanam. Everywhere, this is our real nature. If we give suggestion to our mind, every day, give a 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just get up, fresh up, and give a suggestion. My nature is like this. I need not to worry. Then one day will come. It is not it is immediately help. It will take place, but after some time, our mind will be stable. We are not irritated by surrounding situation. We are not irritated by other people. Our mind will be calm and cool. This is our real nature. And now, last, this one, 25th verse is a last verse about Bhagwan will say our real nature is what? That we will see tomorrow, but let me chant. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvenam nanushochitumarhasi. This meaning we will see tomorrow, but anybody would like to ask anything now?
Aminiji, Sajani, is it possible to chant the 24th verse?
Is it possible?
To chant that 24th verse? If we're to give suggestion in the morning, should we chant this verse? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we have to chant, but with understanding of meaning. Without meaning, we can't, it's useless, but we can chant. But we should know the meaning of each and every word. What is nityaha? What is achalaha? Sthanahu? If you know meaning and then we every day chant, then it creates a miracle.
If we know the meaning and we chant, then can you chant it one more time?
1 minute. 1 minute. Let me chant. Achedyoyamadahyoyam akledyo shoshya evacha nityas sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. Achedyoyamadahyoyam akledyo shoshya evacha nityas sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha.
Swamiji, I have a question.
Yeah.
It was very beautiful where you describe Prayaga and Shreyaga, where in the verse 22, and then 23. As we understand all of this, and you beautifully explained the Jiva Srishti is what we need to stop doing, and accept everything as Ishvara Srishti, so that we can go the right highway to Paramarthika, even though our nature is Paramarthika all the time. But I think this is not a doubt. I'm just relating to everyone's status of what we go through, and certainly personally speaking, when we see, even if you're completely objective, when we see others suffering, your parent or your daughter or your son or yourself, it's difficult to remove yourself from the immediate proximity and remind yourself this also will pass. It's just that's the struggle we all go through, right?
No, but yeah, this is a struggle. This is right. But we can help more when we are more objective. If we go
Yeah.
along with emotions, no, then it is very difficult to we can handle the situation. We can help our daughter, son, everybody. But if we keep little bit space, I'm helping, this is my responsibility. But it doesn't mean if it is okay, then fine. I will try my best. But last is on Ishwara's hand. Suppose here, in Gujarat, everywhere rain is there. But in particular Porbandar, there is a no rain. Only one time it has come. We are keep on praying. All farmers, they all also are praying. We do our best. But if Ishvara doesn't give, then we have to accept, no? So we have to keep our mind ready. We should not suffer. We should help them. We should not emotional. We should give emotional support to them without being emotional. This is my thinking. Otherwise,
No, very beautifully said, Swamiji. Give emotional support without being emotional is very difficult.
I know, but it's that's
Thank you.
why Pujya Swamiji used to say, no, is an actor. He is doing all activity in cinema. At the same time, actor knows what are I playing a role. This is a role only. I'm not this role. Same we all are playing a different role as a father, mother, in office. We are owner of the whole office. All roles. But at the same time, we are playing a role. I'm not role. This is what, really speaking, we are. We should.
Yeah.
Swaminiji?
Mm.
Yeah, I did understand what Sudhakar ji was saying. Yes, I think unless we totally commit to Advaita and we remind ourselves with complete commitment, especially the immediate family attachments and all that, it is hard to get over. We should be like I think it takes time, and like with meditation and total practice of Vedanta, then we can achieve. But I guess nothing is easy in life. We all have to work for what we.
And this is not a one life process, it is a next time it will come. But this is a very beautiful journey. Sometimes we
Yeah.
are, sometimes is according to our way, sometimes it's not. We are trying. Again, we are little bit, we are mature. Again, we try. This is a beautiful
Yes.
journey.
Yes.
More and more.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if we look at our own life, how we were 20 years ago to how we are today, we will see our own life has changed so much since we took Vedanta into our life. So it is small progress, but we can still appreciate the progress. So yeah.
This is anything.
Swamiji, last thing, I think, if for my own summary, I used to say to myself, you can understand what happens and we can understand how it happens. We should never try to understand why it happens.
Yeah.
Because the why is,
Why is the problematic,
yeah.
So we should not ask why. Whatever comes, prasadam. Why this prasada? We never ask to Tirupati. Why this time not laddu prasada? Whatever priest gives is prasada. So sometimes Ishvara gives good, sometimes mediocre, sometimes. But whatever comes, no, is always for good for us. This should we have. Whatever Ishvara gives, always good for us. Because
Yeah.
we are living our life according to Dharma. So Ishvara, whatever comes from Ishvara, maybe at some point it doesn't look like a good for us, but after some years, when you go back and when you see yourself, then it will be like a blessing. At that time, we can see if I would not have such type of situation, I would not like this. So after 5 years, we can say this situation is the blessing for me. But right now, it may be challenging also.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it is challenging, but whatever is challenging, I feel I went through a lot of hardships. Of course, everybody goes through hardships. At that time, I feel the way of getting out is like the mind. Whatever is suffering is the mind, and I am not mind. So it helps us to go one step ahead and say, well, who is suffering? Am I suffering? No, it's my mind. So if I go to the next stage and say be objective, well, if I'm not my mind, why am I objectifying myself with the mind? So that will help me. Yes, so it will help me progress one step ahead and say it's not me, it's my mind. So it just resolves. I mean, it's a higher thinking, but I feel if we aim for that, then it says, okay, it's not me, it's my mind. So, and it is not like, today it feels happy, tomorrow it feels sad, and something else comes, and it will help me to.
Okay. Shall we
Thank
start?
you, Samaniji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Om
Om Purnamada Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.